Hello, in this video we're going to look at how to create reflections natively without any plugins. This will be a little bit more complex and your results will definitely vary. So I'm just going to create a new composition, keeping the same width and height as everything else I've done, so 680 by 3040. I'm just going to call this reflection, no plugins, just so I can distinguish. I'm going to drag my animation frame into this composition, like so. And all we're simply going to do is duplicate this layer. And we're going to go to Layer, Transform, Flip. And I'm going to, with this layer selected, I'm going to just draw a mask. So you can see my tool creates mask layer as option because I've selected because I've got this here. I'm just going to draw a rectangle so it sort of meets the edge like so. Just bring this mask up a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to move this duplicate animation down. I'm actually going to invert my animation because I've just realised I've got it the wrong way around. There we go. And just move this like so. I'm going to have to just play back with my mask a little bit because it is reflecting a little, it's missing the very bottom of the boat. So I'm going to zoom in and just try and bring that back in if I can. Move this layer back down. My mask isn't perfect. You can see I've got this blue line here, which I'm not really wanting. So, try and mask that out if I can. It's not perfect, but it kind of will do the job, so you can still got it now mirrored. And I'm just going to select this layer, hit T for transparency, drop down its transparency a little bit like so. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to apply a Gaussian blur. Apply this to my duplicate and just increase the blur a bit, just to make it less sharp. There we go. So now I have a reflection in my lake. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the scale, and I'm going to adjust the scale on the height and just bring it down a bit, just a little bit, just to squash it a bit. There we go. So now we have a simple reflected lake scene. I could also play about with the modes, so I can actually try seeing what other modes do. So see what overlay does. We don't like that line there. Try add again. We're probably going to keep the best results with normal, to be honest. See what others do. Yeah, I don't know why I tried that. I know what that one does. We'll just keep it as normal, I think. But yeah, that's a simple way of creating a kind of reflection. Just going to tidy up this edge down here. So I'm going to create one more mask. Select this one to be a subtract. And I'm just going to feather this second mask so it blends out a little bit more, so we don't get such a harsh line down here. There we go. So now I have my two reflections. I can then go to Window, VR Comp Editor, add 2D, edit, make sure I'm exporting my reflection composition. And now if I hit C and look around, I have my reflections present like so. And if you close that, if you see things like this, a little line here, there is a kind of easy way of fixing this. This happens sometimes when we're kind of duplicating compositions. So I'm just going to select my duplicate composition, press scale, and just scale it along on the width axis slightly, so by about 1%, just to make it overstretch a little bit. Now this won't mean, it means it's not a perfect reflection, but if I go back to here, this removes that line and just makes it a little bit less apparent. Just makes it a little bit tidier, basically. And if I scroll along, everything should animate as before. And again, you can spend longer on this, refining it, making it better. We could even start, like I said, start adding in some like wave motion, some vertical up and down motion, etc. So that's another way of creating reflections if you haven't got the access to the Red Giant plugin, which again, sadly, you do have to pay for.